Amy Walker here, and welcome to Walk Your Talk TV. Today we are talking about your safety nets and if they are keeping you from reaching the level of success that you want to reach. So I've been in business for almost 15 years. We have had good times, we've had bad times. We've had periods of rapid growth, we've had periods of slow growth. We've really been through the thick and thin of being in business. And when I look at those periods of time where we had massive amounts of growth in a short period of time, there was always one thing in common. I got rid of my safety nets. Now, safety nets, they look different for everybody. I remember our first big leap in business, my husband actually quit his job to be able to stay home, take care of our child, and support me in making a big leap to a new position that was going to be able to support our family's financial needs. The next big jump I had was when I quit that business, which was half of our family's income, in order to take the plunge and become a speaker, a trainer, and a coach. Then a few years later, here I am getting ready to have my fifth son, 6 weeks away from delivery, and all of a sudden I get the inspiration that it is time for me to start my own company. And I said goodbye to my beloved job and my $9,000 to $12,000 a month paycheck and had a baby and started a business. All of my times of rapid growth, they were terrifying. Every single one was terrifying. And at the same time, every single one left our family better off, gave me more fulfillment, more enjoyment in what I was doing, more control over my schedule, and more money. So let's talk about how to identify your safety risks. In case you didn't notice in hearing my transitions, a big safety net for me is money. If I'm comfortable and I've got my needs taken care of, I'm a pretty simple girl. I like living kind of a minimalist life. And if I've got my basics taken care of, I'm good. So when it comes to looking at safety nets, sometimes for me, money is a safety net. And if I know I continue to have cash coming in, I may or may not work as hard as I possibly could. So that could be one, but it's not for everybody. And I'm not necessarily suggesting that every one of you go out and quit your job tomorrow. A lot of people do better building a business if they do have a gradual transition from being an employee into starting their own business. But it could be something different. It could be for you, maybe yours is not hiring enough help at home so that you can hide behind being busy with taking care of the home and managing the children. It could be that. Maybe for you, your safety net is continuing to work with a pool of people who are not going to get you where you want to go because you are scared to branch out. Your safety net could be lack of education. Oh gosh, I just don't know how to do that. So I don't know what your safety net is, but I do recommend that you take some time and locate it. Find out what that safety net is. Because trying to run a successful business while having your safety nets in place is kind of like trying to succeed in a diet while having a tub of Ben & Jerry's in the tub. In the fridge. You can be disciplined for a while, but at some point, you just go running back to those two boyfriends of Ben and Jerry, and the diet is done. Same thing happens with our business and our safety nets. So one thing you need to know about your safety nets is once you identify them, do not just go and cut them. You need to have a plan in place. It would be unwise to just completely cut the safety nets and go forward. If I go back years ago, when my husband quit his job, that was not an unwise decision. Was it risky? Yes. But we had it well thought out and well planned out. We analyzed our needs. How much money did we have to make to be able to get by? We looked at the return of what it would create when I hit this rank in my business. And we looked at the long term of what was going to be the best solution for our family. And at that point in time, my business had more potential growth than his job did. And so we decided to make the move. When you figure out what that game plan is, then you actually get to take action and you get to step in. And I promise it will be life-changing for you. One of the mistakes that I see business owners make is that they don't have enough skin in the game. If your business is easy to walk away from, you have a problem. Big problem. Because at some point, it's going to be hard. It's always going to get hard. And when it does, if you can look at it and say, oh, well, it's fine, then you've got a challenge in place. So I mentioned that one of my common safety nets is money. If I'm like comfortable and taken care of, I'm good, right? And so in the beginning of my business, one of my biggest challenges was that we didn't need my money. And so if I made money, that was great. And if I didn't, that was okay too, because it was just kind of our extra fun money. Well, that was a challenge, because when it got hard, it was way too easy for me to say, well, I don't really need this. When money was an issue, then all of a sudden I was in. I had skin in the game. I needed to provide for the needs of my family. The first thing that I did to put skin in the game, and this is years and years ago, the first thing I did was I hired somebody to come over to my house a couple of hours a week, because if she was going to be there, then I had to pay her. And if I was going to pay her, my business had to produce that money, and so it required me to have skin in the game. The most terrifying one that I ever did was when I was 6 weeks away from having my baby and I was resigning from my job, and all of a sudden we have no income. I mean, we had some income from my husband, but the bulk of our income was gone. And what I did was I invested $25,000 in hiring a business coach to teach me how to do the things that I didn't know how to do in my business. It was terrifying. It was scary. I got rid of my safety net, and I put skin in the game, and I had a plan in place. Be wise in how you make decisions about your business, but I do want you to identify your safety nets. I want you to put a plan in place. I want you to put some skin in the game, and I want you to go out and rock your business, because this is your business. This is your life. This is your opportunity to do what you love and to do it extremely well. So I'm Amy Walker, and thank you for joining us on Walk Your Talk TV. Have a great day.